Hi, welcome back to the next episode of Old House DIY. Today we're going to be talking about stuck screws. I'm going to go through some of my favourite tools for getting them out, some of the tricks, and for really stuck screws, the magic answer. Now this is more to do with bathroom fitting than woodworking, but you'll have to stick around to the end to work out how this works. This is a test piece I made up so I can film it and show you what's going on. So here we've got a series of slotted head screws. I've painted over them, they're gunked in. So the first step in getting stuck screws out is to clean them. We need to know what's going on. For this, my trusty backhoe scraper, sometimes a dental pick, or even a little screwdriver. The trick is we need to get the grooves right in the bottom of the screw properly cleaned out. So let's clean a couple of these. You see, once we start to get it clean, the slot gunks up. So that's what we really need to concentrate on, making sure we get all the paint out of the slot. I sometimes find a little slotted screwdriver one of the best tools for this, because you can clean the edge of the grooves. There we go, that's nice and clean. So we really need to get into the groove and pick out all the paint. It's not just enough to see the groove and wiggle the screwdriver in. You've got to pick out all the bits of paint. The next and one of the most key stages is screwdriver bit engagement. These little hex head bits, even at the thickest setting, are still a fairly poor fit in some of these big screws. The trick is you want a proper flathead bit. These are for a Yankee, this one's for my bit and brace, or this one is one I made from an 18mm spade bit which I use in my bit driver. You see, that's really good 100% engagement as opposed to this one which just slops about. So let's get these out. We've got a good clean slot, we've got really good bit engagement, we've got the right bit. Now lots of downward pressure and just drive it back out. There you go, comes straight out. But let's talk about when things are not so easy. One good option, if you've got a screwdriver like this with a hex on it, you can put a spanner over it. This enables you to push down and use the spanner to rotate the screw. Lots of downward pressure, and then if you turn with the spanner, you can sometimes break it free. My next favourite is the bit and brace. This is real old school, but you can get a lot of down pressure while still rotating. So let's try this on this big boy. Lots of downward pressure. There we go. Squeaky, but out it comes. So what happens if you snap the head off a screw? This is one of my favourite ones. Just a pair of mole grips. Make sure they're really tight. Use the screw to adjust it so it really clicks on, and then just gently work it. And it will come out. Mole grips are a really good solution for this sort of problem, and then that will just back out. So one that's stuck. First we'll try the default as I would normally, which is my bit driver. No chance. bouncing right in. Check the slot, make sure we are nice and clean. And then my next default would be the bit drive, the bit and brace. So I can get some really nice down pressure on that. So let's try. Make sure the ratchet's going the right way. Oh, we've got it. See, there we go. You saw me struggle on this one, although I did get it out on second attempt with the bit and brace. What happens if you can't get something like this out? Well, you have to get a bit more brutal. What I do in this case is I would cut the head of the screw. It will damage the hinge, but the hinge is easier to replace than the woodwork of a door frame. So watch, I'll show you what I do. So I've slotted all the way through. Now hopefully that will mean enough that the heads will either give up when I undo it or that I can peel them in with a hammer and punch. What I'll do on this one is I'll peel it in with a hammer and punch. So this is what I mean. If we just drive the head moves in, so one head broke off and the other moves in, and that means we can get a pry bar under the back side, and hopefully we'll just be able to lift the hinge off. Okay. There we go. We've ended up with a mess here, but again we'll try our mole grips on this one. It's always just a case of working through the routines. So, good lock on. I don't know whether this is going to work on this one. No, it won't. Okay, last resort, the magic box. Now this is what the real trick to this whole video is, so I'll show you. So, okay, we managed to get the hinge off, but we've now got a stuck bolt in the head. So here's the magic trick. It's these things. I said they were more akin to bathroom plumbing. Well, they are. What these are is these are diamond tile saws. This is a 10mm version, but they have a hole all the way down the middle. This means I can drill over the top and then put a wooden plug in to repair it. So I'll show you how we go about that. So we've got our diamond hole saw chucked up in a bit. There's wax in the end of this, which is to do with when you're cutting tiles. But we just take it nice and gentle and we drill over the side. We're using a diamond bit rather than a normal wood-based plug cutter, because this diamond will stand up to cutting through the screw if we need to. So we literally just work our way down through nice and slowly. Make sure you don't let it block up. See, cutting away. You're almost grinding away rather than cutting with these bits. Sorry about that, I had to move the camera because it was getting in the way. So we're nearly there now. We've got a good bit drilled out. See the wax is coming out of the drill bit. I think we're nearly there because it feels like the screw's loose. So just a little bit more and then I'll try and lever it out. There we go. Let's try and see. You see, there we go. The screw is loose. Get some needle nose pliers on that, I think. Be careful, it is quite hot. So, and there we go, there's our screw out. So we've now got a hole in our door frame exactly where we want to put the screw. So the next step is we're going to cut a plug and fill the hole. We've got a 10mm hole, so I'm just going to use a 10mm plug cutter to cut out of a piece of scrap wood, actually back of this, and use that to plug the hole. There we go, we've cut our plug. Now we just glue that back in the hole. Big dollop of glue. Let that dry up, then chisel it flat and we can put the hinge back in. So there we go, we've got the plug back in again. We'll just fit our new hinge plate back into place and we've got a good hole that we can use again. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please think about like and subscribe. Stay around for the next one. We're about to start another big project on the library. Thanks for watching.